Well, Drake, thank you for taking the time coming down to the ballpark today. That was awesome last night watching you win the Rookie of the Year. Has that sunk in yet? As we're taping this, it's been less than 24 hours. So has that even sunk in to you yet?
I'd say a little bit. I mean, maybe not completely. I haven't really had like any time to really sit back and kind of think about it all. But I mean, I guess from the moment they kind of said my name, it was like, wow, this is real. I haven't really been able to think about it all, but a lot of it so far it's been awesome with all the people reaching out and kind of recapping this year.
How many, roughly, ballpark it, how many texts do you think you've gotten since about 8 o'clock last night?
Probably 300-400. So it's been a lot, but it's a lot of people that have helped me get here and kind of were a part of the whole process. So I'm glad they did, and it's good to reach out to them or for them to reach out to me. And I mean, I appreciate that a ton.
I know last night, so we work in marketing here with the Braves, and so we've got a text thread that's everybody in our department. So it's about 20 people, and so when you won last night, we all started texting, and we all heard the reaction in the background. We didn't know where you were, but we heard that reaction, and like, oh, you must be. It's like got to be family or something. And then you said you were at Spencer Schwellenbach's house. Well, all of us started texting. We're like, oh my God, that's awesome. They're just hanging out at Schwelly's house. So. How did you end up at Spencer's house for this announcement, first of all?
So, well, in the past, I've been going to his house for all the Packer games, and with it being a Monday Night Football, so then I was like, ooh, like, can we just not kill two birds with one stone right here? But I was there with him, his wife, and then my roommate Adam Zabrowski is another catcher with us. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome to have them. While it all happened, they were watching it. They were all super fired up. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard it on TV, but yeah, it was super cool to have it there. And then, yeah, I definitely wanted to watch the Packer game after because Schwelly's a big Packer fan as well. So, yeah, it was cool.
I saw on Schwelly's Instagram. Looks like y'all had a little toast afterwards. So that was because just the four of y'all just had a little toast for the Rookie of the Year award.
Yeah, his wife, and my roommate bought some champagne. So they were like, "Well, if you win, we're gonna celebrate." So had a little glass of champagne, and it was a good touch on it.
That's awesome. Well, I know, like I said, it's been less than 24 hours, so I know you can't. It'd be hard to even appreciate the legacy of it already, but I know we were talking earlier when you walk through the Xfinity Club here at Truist Park upstairs. Along this long wall, this long corridor, there's groups of framed pictures, and they're the various awards winners throughout the history of this franchise. So Manager of the Year, MVP, and Rookie of the Year. And when we were walking through there the other day, we were talking about, like, hoping Drake wins this thing. And like his picture is going to be up here. But when you walk through there, you see like this franchise has been around 155-ish years now, and it's such a small, exclusive group of folks that have won each of these awards. And now, no matter what happens from this point forward, I mean, you're part of that legacy and immortalized. I mean, just especially when you've got guys. I think it's so cool for you, particular. You're on the team with a couple of guys who are on that wall already with Mike and Ronald. So is this a little extra special for you to know you're joining some guys like Ronald Acuna, like Michael Harris, or guys before like David Justice, Craig Kimbrell? I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, those are the guys you kind of see growing up. I mean, it's like a lot of superstars in this game who have kind of helped baseball become what it is today. And I mean, even after I won, I got a text from Mike, and he was like, welcome to the club. So, I mean, it's the incredible seasons him and Ronald had their rookie season, like just being a part of that and kind of going down in Braves history is something super special. This organization has done a ton for me since they drafted me. So putting me in a spot to succeed and all that, and now being able to stay and on those plaques or have a picture up on the wall just next to those names is I don't know if I'll ever be able to wrap my head around that, but it's pretty cool.
And you're gonna have a bobblehead this year. Rookie of the Year bobblehead. So have you ever had and this I would assume might be your first big league bobblehead, but have you ever had a bobblehead before in the minors or anything?
No. So this will be the first one. So literally first one. I'm trying to think back, and I was like, I don't think I've had anything else. So
I had, when I got married, I had all like bobbleheads made for each of my groomsmen. And my buddy, like, he got ordained and he married us, so we had one made of him as well. I thought about buying one for myself because I'm like, nobody's ever going to make one of me. I didn't, and that they still haven't. So I think it's awesome you got one. Yeah, that's really cool.
My mom this past off season went to a bobblehead museum. I forget where it was. I think it's in like Milwaukee or something. But she went to a bobblehead museum, so she's been loving bobbleheads ever since. So I'll have to give her a couple of them.
Yeah, she's got to get one in. She's got to get one of those in that bobblehead museum now. Then, yeah, that's awesome. Well, how would you describe this season for you? It had to have been such a whirlwind. I mean, at least from the outside looking in, coming into the season, like if we back up to the beginning of spring training, we all knew here in the office, like we followed prospects list and like who's coming up, who's on the brink of making it to the big leagues. Like we all pay attention to that. We knew you were at the top of the list, but I don't think at the start of spring training we were expecting necessarily like, Drake will be up later this year. Maybe it's 26. You just didn't know. And then not only are you on it, but you're on the opening day roster. You end up starting and now you're rookie of the year. I mean, just this year for you, like coming to where you thought it might be coming into spring training to now, I mean, how would you describe just this whole experience of 2025 for you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely came up quick. I mean, there's two good catchers in spring training with Murphy and Trump, and it seemed like they were kind of the two that were going to make the team. I mean, they both had a ton of experience. Murphy having some exceptional years recently, so I mean, that's kind of what the layout was. It's kind of what I was planning on is going to AAA. I mean, I was happy going to AAA as well, but like then obviously Murph got hit by a pitch, and it's like, hey, you're gonna be on the opening day roster, and it's just kind of trying to do as much as you can when you're up here. And then thankful they took a chance on me and staying with me for a little bit longer in the season once Murphy came back, and just tried to make the most of it. And yeah, it's insane. The last couple months have like flown by. It's been a ton of fun, meeting everyone and checking out new places and playing in the big leagues. I mean, it's a dream come true. It's something you always want to do for your whole life. So yeah, looking back on it 7 months ago, I never would have thought I'd be in this position. So it's really cool to kind of sit down, and hopefully I'll have some time to kind of really let it soak in.
That's awesome. I think it's always made sense to me that a lot of big league managers are often former catchers, and it's the incredible amount of preparation and just the amount of stuff that you guys have to know that I'm not saying other players on the field don't know, but you kind of have to know more than anybody else on the field. I would put out that out there. That's how I would put it. I mean, for you, the preparation, I just can't imagine, even on a day-to-day level in season, the amount of preparation you have to put into being a big league catcher. And this is beyond being a hitter, knowing an entire pitching staff. And, of course, there's guys or, guy gets hurt, somebody else new comes up. You got to know what they're about, what their repertoire is. And then knowing, I would assume there's some level of knowing these guys as people, too, that you need to understand who they are as people to help them on the field as well. So just day to day, I mean, how much preparation is there for you or for a big league catcher? Like for folks who don't know, what on a day, like an average day in the season, how much preparation is involved for that night's game for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit, whether it be looking scouting reports for righty and lefty pitchers, and then you kind of dive into how the starting pitcher for that night's going to attack them. A lot of times the bullpen is a little bit easier with a couple less pitches, and they have probably an elite pitch that you can kind of lean on. But a lot of scouting reports every day. You'll have meetings every day about the starting pitcher and how they're going to attack the lineup, whether it be first time through, second time through, what they've done in the past, recapping the game before, and how the pitcher the night before could get better. So you have all that. You have, I mean, on the hitting side, you're having hitters meeting, trying to learn how you're going to attack the opposing pitcher and all that stuff. And then obviously you got to go out there and play. And in between innings, you're basically doing new scouting reports in between innings, seeing where you threw him last at bat, seeing what his takes were like, seeing where the pitches were, if they were executed, if they weren't executed, was he like all that stuff. You're just kind of always going through it. I mean, you kind of learn about it the more you do it. I think it's just kind of repetition helps with that. The more games you play, the better you're going to get at it. But yeah, it's definitely a lot because, I mean, you have that, and then on top of it, you got to go out there and make sure your body's ready to play, whether it be the training room, the weight room, going hitting in the cages, working on the physical side of it rather than all the mental and, like, preparation with that. So it's definitely a pretty busy day, but it's awesome. You get to be a part of both sides of the ball, and there's no other position that is that involved with both sides. So that's one of the reasons why I love being a catcher.
What is it like, especially as a rookie catcher, and you're catching a guy like Chris Sale for the first time, and learning who he is as a pitcher, as a person, his personality on the field, on the mound, in the dugout, all that. Just what is that like as a rookie catcher in particular, catching like a veteran guy like that, a Cy Young Award winner? I mean, is it nerve wracking at all, or is it just, are you amped and excited to get to do it? I mean, what is that like?
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky. I got to catch him a couple times in spring training, leading up to the season. But I mean, you got a guy like that. He's gonna go out there and compete as hard as he can every single time, and you know how good his stuff is. You know how good he is. You know what his accolades are. It's a lot of good ones. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. But I mean, the first game we played, he commented. He was like, "Hey, thanks for calling like a change up there. Like, glad you trusted it or whatever." And I was like, it's kind of cool having a guy that has been in the big leagues for that long and kind of seen so many games, like, just give me a little compliment. He probably doesn't remember it, but I still remember. It was pretty cool. It just kind of gives you a little bit more confidence going out there and what I see or what I hear, let's say Murphy sees or Kranitz sees or any of that, and just kind of going and implementing it into the game and kind of having that relationship with the pitcher helps a ton, that there's trust both ways.
I wanted to back up a little bit and just get into your early life a little bit. You mentioned you're a Packers fan, so grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, born and raised Madison. What first sparked your interest or love of sports as a kid? Was it baseball, hockey, something else?
I don't know exactly. I mean, my mom said I used to sleep with a football when I went to bed, so I don't even know what my first sport ended up being. I'm sure I was running around playing soccer or watching the Badgers. Grew up a couple blocks away from Camp Randall and the University of Wisconsin, so I know they took me to games, whether it be volleyball, hockey, basketball, football, kind of all of it. So I think my mom knew I was a little active kid, so she wanted to get that energy out and had me play sports to do it, and kind of just fell in love with them ever since.
Did you have in any sport like a favorite athlete growing up, like a poster on the wall that was like your guy?
I mean, I'm thinking of like Melvin Gordon at Wisconsin, running back. Like, football was definitely a bigger one. You got like Donald Driver. I remember he went to I live by the zoo in Madison, and he had like a signing there, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, probably quite a few football players from either University of Wisconsin or the Packers. So those are the people I followed the closest.
Okay. Obviously a great baseball player growing up and a hockey player growing up. So by the time you got to high school, were you still playing both baseball and hockey at that point?
Yeah, so I played hockey all the way through my senior year. So I loved hockey as well. I honestly, from earlier days, I thought I was going to at least try and pursue a hockey career, and then kind of baseball took off a little bit, so I ended up going that way, and super happy I did. I mean, I love both sports. It's just kind of where I was at before. That's what I was thinking, but played them both throughout high school, and super glad I did. Still hope to, in the future, after baseball is done, still stay in the hockey world.
Okay, who's your NHL team?
I don't really have an NHL. It's a little weird. I don't really have an NHL team with there being none in Wisconsin. But I mean, I went to a Badger game the other day when I was back home for a little bit, seeing family and stuff. But I got a buddy who's in the Bruins system, so maybe I'm a Boston fan now.
We were debating before you got in here. We were curious. I'm like, wonder who his team is, because we know there's not a NHL team in Wisconsin, and we were either nobody was right or nobody loses. I don't know. However we want to work that out. So how you're gonna have a new manager next year, Walt Weiss. Are you excited, or how do you feel about Walt being the new manager of the Braves?
Yeah, I mean, everyone respects him in the locker room. Everyone knows him. He has a good relationship with everyone. I'm excited about it. I got to see him at that press conference, got to be there for that. So, I mean, you just see how excited he was to have that role and how fired up he is to manage us. So he's been a part of the Braves for a while, and he knows what it's like. He knows what this fan base is like and kind of what it takes. So I think everyone's pretty excited, and I mean, he's a great guy, so looking forward to it.
I know everybody enjoys like having some downtime in the off season, and you need that physically, mentally to recover. For you though, when does the itch start? Of like, I know even just us working on the business side of things, the marketing side of things, there's always a point in the off season where I'm like, I can't wait to get down to Northport and just be around the game again, or see baseball things starting to happen again. Is there a point in the off season that starts to happen for you?
This is like my first full off season I feel like that I've had off in a while. So I don't know exactly when that itch will start. I mean, being around a couple of the guys on the team and working out here and stuff, it helps scratch that itch a little bit. I mean, you get to still be around the guys, which is one of the bigger parts is the relationships in this game. But I mean, I'm sure it'll be starting up in the next couple of months before spring training comes around.
That's awesome. Well, Drake, thanks so much for taking the time. We're so happy for you, and we're just so excited to see and watch you as your career progresses. And congratulations from all of us on the marketing side too. Congratulations again. We're super happy for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. This is fun.